Hi guys, Angel here, confidencescatchy.com. Just wanted to take a brief moment as I've been thinking a lot lately about finding, quote unquote, finding your authentic voice. This is something I've actually been struggling with for probably about a year, putting a lot of things on the back burner to clear up some personal issues and take care of myself and my son and kind of get my house in order, if that makes sense. Get things off my plate, or as my friends call it, the buffet table that Angel has as a plate, and really kind of just get clear about my message, what I'm trying to tell people, what I want to do, and really get clear about my reaction to events, current events, and get over some anger and a lot of things are just going on in my mind and in my heart. And so I'm kind of feeling like that's been a process. And as you see, I'm standing next to my bookshelf. That's not by accident. My bookshelf has a lot of books that I've been reading because I like to do that. And most of them are about things like, true purpose, finding, discovering who you're meant to be, principle-centered leadership, rules for revolutionaries. Let's see, Live Happy is here, Celestine Prophecy, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, all really great books on personal development and getting to that place. But all of these are process, right? You could read all of these books and still be stuck. You can read all of these books and still not feel like I have it 100% together. And as I've been working on my website and working on some speeches that I'm going to be giving and things like that, what I'm finding is that what comes out of this process of all of these books and all of the courses and workshops and all those types of things that you could do, what I find that's coming out of it is really finding what my voice is, really getting clear about what my principles are, what I believe in, and what I feel so strongly about that I need to express that. One thing I think that's positive out of this last election cycle is that we're all getting really clear about what we believe and what we're willing to stand for or not stand for. And I think that we're peeling off the layers of who we are, and we're starting to be exposed, whether we want it to be or not. We're starting to be exposed for what we truly believe, what's really in our hearts. And I think it's kind of like one of these nesting dolls. These are one of my favorite things. When I was a kid, I used to love these. Every time I saw one, I was just fascinated. Funny, my 5-year-old fascinated with this one in particular. And I think we're all kind of like this, right? We all have these outer shells, and this is the face we put onto the world. See how sweet and nice she is. She's got a little goose in her basket, right? So she's a sweet, nice lady. But, what's inside, right? So let's open that sweet, nice lady up. Oh boy. This is Grumpy Grandpa. Look, he's in his bathrobe. He's got his newspaper. He's got his slippers on. Just like me, a lot of times, I don't want to face the world. I want to keep my slippers on. I'm kind of grumpy. I don't want to deal with all that mess out there. And sometimes you probably feel the same way. So we all have a grumpy grandpa inside of us, right? Every single one of us has that layer of us that is just like, I'm done with all you people. I'm done, right? But then inside, maybe there's this other version of us, which is light and sweet and young and exciting and fanciful and looking for adventure, right? We all have that too. And it's okay to be both of those things. They're not necessarily things you would put together, right? But they are, because they're all part of one person. And I guess when I'm trying to find my authentic voice, when I'm thinking really critically about what is that, what I'm trying to say is I'm getting down to what's inside. Who's that little person inside of me? Here she is. Who's that little person inside of me that I really want people to see, but I've developed all of these layers to keep you out. Why do I have a grumpy grandpa? Why do I have this matronly, really not my personality, kind of covered up, quiet, shy, older lady? And where did this girl go? Because she looks like she could be some fun, right? So all of them in this little chick right here started when I was young, right? So we start adding the layers, adding the layers, adding the layers, adding the layers, and finally we end up with something that isn't really us, but is us, because we're in there, right? So I think this is a really interesting metaphor for what a lot of us are going through, and what the process of unpeeling those layers and getting back down to the core of who you are and who you want to be, it's probably a lifelong process. I know for me it's taken a while to even realize that the layers were there. Never mind, like, start to strip some of them away. But finding that authentic voice and figuring out who you are, what you're willing to stand for, is really what all of these books are trying to help me with and help you with. And it is a process. So give yourself credit if you've taken a few of them off. Maybe not all of them, but a few of them. If you've taken some of those layers off and you feel more confident stepping out like this than like this, that's okay. That's good. That's progress, because we don't need all those layers. I've come to realize the more authentic I am with people and the more brave I am in being authentic with people, that they respond better. They seem to feel like, wow, okay, there's a connection here. I can see what she's saying, and I feel it too. So I'm just going to encourage you to really think strongly about how many layers do you really need, and see if you can't get some of them out of the way. Because I know when we see you, it's going to be amazing. Thanks. Have a great day.